what's up? Back in with another video. So as you can see in the screen, yes, I'm gonna react to this. It's called "I'm the Only Man in Town." Like if it's actually true, bruh. I don't believe it that much, but I'm gonna react it with my brother.
Hello guys.
I'm kind of sick, but it's okay anyway. Okay, let's start the video anyway.
I was the only boy born into a girl's village after 20 years.
So hold up, you've been what's it called in a town in a village for 20 years, and the only thing you had is girls.
When you're the first boy to be born into a village chock-block full of girls after 20 years, let me tell you, that's some burden to bear. All you guys out there are probably thinking it must be like winning the lottery. Girls
Yes, it is, cause it's hard for me to get a girl, bro. What do you think?
flocking to your feet everywhere. Yeah, it kinda was like that at first, but then things just got weird. Okay, so I live in a small village in East Europe, and the women have been giving birth to
Yes,
only
it is,
girls
cause
for the
what's it
past
called?
20
It's
years.
like
We aren't really sure why, but my village believes that they got cursed from a witch that they kicked out a long time ago. But if you ask me, I think
That's
God
fake.
is the one punishing us for kicking her out.
it could be the same thing. God or a witch could be the same thing anyway. They could curse you. They could do whatever they want. Have you heard about a Ouija board?
On top of all that, people in my village are not allowed to marry people from the outside.
Okay, listen right here. So if what's it called? If you can't marry, if in that village you can't marry something from the outside, then how come you having babies? Bebés. Oh my God.
So, the moment my parents realized I was a boy, they quickly wrapped me up in a blanket and kept my gender a secret. They told everyone I was a girl and that my name was Jackie,
Wow.
when in actual fact, I was a boy and my name was Jared.
What a
Little bit
disappointment.
weird, right? But my parents had no other option. They knew that people would freak out if they found out I was a boy. No one in our village had given birth to a boy in more than 20 years.
Wow.
And my parents didn't want me to get so much attention. They just wanted me to live a normal life. Except it wasn't normal. And I only realized that now, thinking back. At the time, I was none the wiser. I happily played
Well, how
with
come
dolls
this
and
dude
wore
is
frilly
wearing a
dresses
pink
and let
dress?
everyone call me Jackie. I mean, I didn't even know I was called Jared. Well, that was
I'm
until I was 5 years old.
confused.
I was playing in our backyard when a woman appeared on the other side of the wall. She was dangling some candy in front of my face, and like a little puppy dog, I followed her. I kept looking back, expecting my parents to come running out to get me, but they were nowhere to be seen. The woman asked me to get into her car and told me that if I was a good boy, she'd give me more candy. I didn't even think twice.
I would just
My
steal the
parents
candy
never
anyway.
let me eat
I was
candy.
gonna
But
eat.
then I realized she'd said good boy, and I turned to her and told her I was a girl. I'll never forget the way she threw her head back and let out a chuckle. She looked at me and said, "Sure, Pumpkin, and I'm the President of the United States." Oh, look, there's a flying pig. I fell for it and looked, and the next moment, she'd lifted up my dress and said,
This is
"See,
how I'm gonna
you're a
get
boy, you little
demonetized.
freak." I didn't understand what she was talking about. And then she explained that I was a boy and that my parents had been lying to me. Then she said the village mayor was offering a reward to the first woman to give birth to a son.
So if we're talking about that village giving just birth to boys, I just wonder how much is that reward? Cause for real, how much is gonna be? Like I bet it's like gonna be like $9,000. Bet more.
And seeing as my parents were keeping me a secret, she'd hand me over and collect the reward money herself. I was too young to fully understand, but I knew I was in serious trouble. I started screaming and thrashing my arms about, and this only made her drive faster. I have no idea why I did what I did next, but suddenly I jumped onto her knee. She couldn't see where she was going, and that's when we crashed. We could have died, but I didn't care. At the
Question: if you were right in front of the seat and she was driving right in an expressway, and and what's it called? I watched this video already. My brother didn't, but how'd you survive? I'm not gonna spoil a part, but like
Like
she is supposed to die by now.
yeah, she wasn't in the belt. She just jumped. She's supposed to die.
Oh God, did she managed to survive?
that moment, all I wanted was to get away.
Oh my God.
Winner in
I
this
hate
game.
this
She
freaking
will
house.
take me to the bar.
Ooh, I seek you every time. Come on.
Some things
Away from that
I don't
horrible
know.
woman, and it was was my lucky day, because all that happened was her car got a bit crushed, but I escaped without even a scratch. I started running back towards our village, and she was chasing me, but I was too fast for her. My parents suddenly drove by, and my mom burst into tears. Well, there was nothing that woman could do. She was well and truly caught now. Turns out she'd escaped from a nearby psychiatric clinic.
Okay, so if what's it called? If she escaped from whatever he said, wouldn't she already been noticed?
And they came and picked her up promptly. They had no other
Coronavirus.
choice. They had to tell the mayor and everyone else that I was actually a boy and that my name was Jared. But I like being Jackie, I told them. That just made my mom cry.
She still likes being called Jackie. There's many things in life you don't know, my dude. But it's okay. I'll forgive you.
More. And when she switched my dresses for shorts and t-shirts, I felt strange. I thought no one would want to be my friend anymore.
What
But
the
I couldn't have been more wrong. All of a sudden, every girl wanted to be my friend. I was the center of attention, and honestly, it was too much. I was just a
I wish
kid.
I was there.
Suddenly, I had girls hanging off me, wanting to play with me all the time. How come I was more popular as a boy than a girl? Anyway, the older I got, the more intense it became. When I turned 12, the village mayor started a new tradition. From now on, every year on my birthday, I'd sit on a throne for the whole day, and all the women who wanted to conceive baby boys would come and bow at my feet, and one by one, they'd reach out and kiss my feet. It freaked me out so much, but the mayor told me he'd buy me a special gift if I did this one thing for the village. One time, though, it was taken too far. One woman wouldn't stop kissing my toes, and suddenly, I felt a sharp pain shooting through my body. She'd gotten so carried away, she'd actually bitten down. I was even bleeding. After that, I refused to do it the following year. It was just some stupid ritual that the village thought would bring them luck. And come on, it wasn't even working. I was still the only...
Okay, listen here. If you think that's gonna do that, like, bruh, it's just stupid. Just don't do that, bro. Like, why did you accept it in the first place? Like, it looks, I don't want to get demonetized or anything. Just don't take out my comment section, YouTube. But it kind of looks retarded. Like, seeing people doing that. Hey, I get it. It's only girls there, but like, why do they do that for? It's just so stupid and dumb. Well, let's continue and see what's gonna happen.
boy. When I turned 18, I decided the only way to handle all the attention was to just embrace it. There was one girl, Sammy, who was actually pretty cute. And after she basically begged and stalked me for weeks, I agreed to be her boyfriend. Of course, all the other girls were jealous, and I was worried I was about to start World War III. Looks like Sammy won. I actually felt like...
so stupid.
You mean World War IV, since already something's about to happen with Iran. Oh my god.
I was really falling for her. And one night, she invited me over to her house. Her parents were out, so we started making out. She was really hot. She reassured me they'd only be home much later, but suddenly we heard the door. I leapt behind the sofa half-dressed, and then things went horribly wrong. Well, how did it go? Did he put a baby in you yet? Come on, Sammy, we aren't paying you all this money so you can...
Who will say that to a girl? For a baby boy? Okay, I know you're desperate for a grandson, just for that, but like, why would you say, did he put you a baby yet? Huh?
Sit around. Give us a grandson already. I couldn't believe it. She'd been using me. I stood up and gave her parents the biggest fight. Then I turned to Sammy and said, "Screw you. I hope it's a girl you have." Then I grabbed my clothes and walked out. I never wanted to see her again. But then later she fell off the stairs and had a miscarriage. To everyone's shock, Sammy was actually pregnant with a baby boy. After that, the whole village knew about it and made them go even crazier. Women lined up outside my house for the whole day. Some even
Okay, I'm gonna rewind something,
actually
and I'm gonna
pregnant with
show
a
you
baby
guys
boy.
what I saw.
After that, the whole village knew about it and made them go even crazier. Women lined up outside my...
Okay, I thought this woman, what's it called, was back in jail. Like,
Oh yeah.
like we saw her already. It's like the same thing.
But they took
Did she
her out of
escape?
jail.
Or
Or they took
Something.
her
My
out
house
of
for the whole day. Some even tried to enter my home.
Damn.
Everyone wanted my number and my social media contact. They even put security to watch me. But then I was like, screw it. After the way Sammy used me, I decided to get revenge by dating as many girls as possible. Girls were basically falling at my feet, while guys around the world were doing the impossible to get girls' attention. So I
That is a fact, okay? It's hard trying to get a girl. It is hard.
dated a whole bunch of them at the same time, and they did everything for me. They got me food, gave me massages, and I got all kinds of gifts daily.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
we all know how much fun a guy like me can have with girls. They were just so hot and amazing. And the best part,
Why do you
I
take
didn't
that
have to
out?
work for it. But there was so much expectation. They all wanted sons. I wasn't ready to be a father. Babies were so not my thing. I tried to talk to my mom about it, but suddenly she started crying.
She looks like if she's already about to die, but like not being offensive, but she looks like
Pretty
very old.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
Like she looks like she's like old. Like and the parents that we saw from the whatever girl, they didn't kind of look that old. But my God, her mom.
Told her I wasn't interested in hearing about how much she wanted a grandson again. But then she
This looks so dumb.
Yeah.
took me by surprise. She told me she was sick and that she didn't have much
Okay,
time
here's
left and that she only wanted me to be happy. I felt so guilty. Was I being selfish? Why couldn't I just give my mom what she truly wanted, which was clearly a grandson? After our conversation, I asked Amy, who lived next door to us, if she wanted to be my girlfriend. I made her swear to keep it secret so that the other girls didn't get jealous. I felt like time was against us. Mom kept getting more sick, and Amy and I were having no luck getting pregnant. Then I thought, what if I had another girlfriend too? I don't know if it was the thought of losing my
Okay. If you're having two. So in the real world, you have two of them. They'll break up with you, and then you get in trouble. That's it.
mom and not giving her what she wanted, or if I was actually going insane or something. But I asked Leanne, who lived at the end of the village, if she'd like to be my girlfriend too. And obviously she said yes. Please don't judge me for two-timing. I just felt desperate.
Oh,
And then
Gigi.
shit hit the fan. Clearly the universe wasn't playing with me. On the same day, they both called me and told me they were pregnant. Amy was a strict Catholic and said her parents would kill her if we didn't get married. So I married her at home and we had a quiet little ceremony. But then Leanne told her dad she was pregnant and he threatened to beat my ass if I didn't marry his daughter. I knew I didn't have a choice, but was it even legal? 2 wives? But no one would need to know. This all
Okay. Listen. So you're having two wives, right? I know what happens in the end, but it's kind of weird. You're gonna find out something at the end.
happened in the same week. Suddenly I had 2 wives and 2 babies on the way. Leanne's dad gave me a job on his farm, so I spent the daytime with Leanne. Then every night I'd go home and stay with Amy. Can you believe I didn't get caught? My parents knew about Amy, but I just prayed they didn't find out about Leanne. Listen, I wasn't happy about it. In fact, I didn't feel anything for these girls, and I was sure it would get out at some point. And it did, because both of them gave birth to boys. I was there for Amy's and had to rush over to Leanne's to make her birth too. And the mayor held another stupid ceremony. Well, there was no way I could go. Everyone would find out. I packed a small bag and gave my mom a kiss goodbye.
Like, for real, how dumb is this mayor? What does he use his people? Like, no, I get he's the first boy, but just don't do that to kids, bro.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, I don't know how his story was, but ain't nobody care no more.
And then I took my dad's old bicycle and cycled out of the village as far as I could. I rented a small room at a cheap motel, but then every social media platform reported me missing. The whole village was looking for me. I tried to disguise myself as someone else, and I started working at a grocery store nearby. A long time passed and no one found me. I started having male friends my age, which was pretty cool. But to be completely honest, I also missed my family. I was scared of what they'd do if I went back to see them, so I never did. Until one day, after a whole year passed, I heard a knock on the door. It was the motel manager standing there with my 2 wives, and he said, "These women are looking for you." I wanted to run, but I saw that they were holding 2 adorable baby boys. My 2 wives told me, "We want you back. We don't care that you're married to both of us, but if it's too much for you, you can choose one."
Like, for real, which girl will say that? In reality, they'll just say, "Who is that? Could you explain to me?" And they won't say that. They'll get mad, start screaming at each
And call the
other.
cops.
No, they won't do that.
Honestly, they're crazy.
And they don't do that.
I hated how my life was like before, but after seeing my 2 boys, I couldn't stay here. My village needed me to have more children. Both of my wives were pretty cool, so I decided to stay married to them both. And eventually, I got a 3rd wife after a few years.
This is what I mean. You got 2 wives. Now you got a 3rd one. Like, for real.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah. I get it, but bro, you got 3. That's impossible to get 3, bro. Real life is hard, bro.
And today, I became the proud father of 10 boys.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there you go, guys. Next story will be next. I'm gonna do it. Try not to laugh after this, but thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. Hope you guys enjoy. Goodbye, my dudes. Yeah.